Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tanya, and today we are going to be doing a video all about fall. Consider this your guide to a cozy autumn. We're going to be talking about books, movies, TV shows, activities, recipes, hobbies, all the things fall. I am so excited about this video because I already see everybody trickling in and posting these all across YouTube, of course, and I wanted to make one too. I know that there are different fall starter packs, cozy fall guides, inspiration videos, and just general bucket lists, and I've really been wanting to film something like this for a while, so I'm so excited. As you can see, I am dressed with the fall leaves. They are falling, as you can tell. So cute. The sweater is super comfortable. I will link it below if you'd like. I've got my environment with the cozy fall. Guys, I have my Anthropology pumpkin mug. This has this is cinnamon apple spice from Celestial, I think. It smells so good. So good, and I can't drink it right now because it's super hot. I just brewed it. But yeah, I am so excited to get right into this. I am hoping that I can give you some, not necessarily out of the box, because I know everybody kind of scours Pinterest and we all kind of look at the same things, but a few things might be a tad different and unconventional because that's typically how I like to swing. Yeah. It smells so good in here, guys, because I have a pumpkin spice candle going. It's September. I'm sorry if this video is a little early for you guys. I know some people like to celebrate the seasons exactly as they come, but I really feel like September is the beginning of fall. I'm in like the second week of September right now, and I think this is a perfect time for me to drop a video like this and to film a video like this. But enough gabbing. Let's go ahead and start talking about everything fall. I have some notes here on my phone and written down, so if I do look down, sorry. So if I do look down, that's what I'm doing. So let's start with books. I think just the title of this book alone should exude the fall vibes. This one I've been wanting to get to. Toshikazu Kawaguchi. I think I got that right. Toshikazu Kawaguchi. I think I said that right. But anyway, basically this one is about a very special coffee shop that you go in that you could time travel in. So it says here, if you go back in time, who would you want to meet? In a small back alley of Tokyo, there is a cafe that has been serving carefully brewed coffee for more than 100 years. Local legend says that this shop offers something else besides coffee, the chance to travel back in time. So the biggest, like, I suppose, suspenseful and nail-biting thing about it is that time travel, of course, isn't so simple, and that there are rules that must be followed. The trip can last only as long as it takes for the coffee to get cold. So you better be back, I suppose, in your seat before your coffee gets cold. And coffee kind of gets cold pretty quickly. That sounds just like such a perfect cozy autumnal read. Like super quirky, mysterious, heartwarming. Those are some of the adjectives that they have for me. Another book that I do want to bring about for the fall time is a Jane Austen, Sense and Sensibility. We also have The Rose Code, a novel by Kate Quinn. That one follows these three women who are basically helping the war effort, and the way that it is written, it's literary fiction, historical fiction. The way that it is written is just so heartwarming, the relationship between these women and the romance that comes about in their lives. I just love it. I think it would be perfect for fall. It has a very, vintage, retro, cozy vibe about it. I know it's wartime. What are you talking about? But there's a lot of like tear-jerking, heartbreaking, heart-stopping moments in it that I think are just perfectly atmospheric for the fall season. Another fun, quirky one I would think would be Good Omens by Neil Gaiman. Another cozy, atmospheric read for this fall would be Where the Dark Stands Still by A.B. Poranek. This one is supposed to be young adult, fantasy, folklore, so it has like this gorgeous cover. I'm just obsessed with this cover. I'm hoping that it doesn't trip me up like the Ministry of Time, but that is another beautiful fall book. I have Dracula on the docket, as well as Frankenstein. That is something that you can get into for the spookier months. Another definitely moodier book would be The Virgin Suicides by Jeffrey Eugenides. That one is just top tier. If you love cigarettes after that group, their haunting, moody, eerie, atmospheric, ambient, like heartbreaking and passionately vulnerable lyrics and sound, I feel like is perfect for a book like The Virgin Suicides. It's like also like a little bit of like a Lana Del Rey, if I could say. And probably one of my spookiest books that I have on the docket is Incidents Around the House. So it says here that it's a chilling horror novel about a haunting told from the perspective of a young girl whose troubled family is targeted by an entity she calls Other Mommy, from the New York Times bestselling author of Bird Box. I haven't even seen Bird Box actually, so that could be something as well that you could watch off of Netflix. So that's beyond creepy. I'm not typically somebody who reads horror, suspenseful, thriller, those type of genres. So I'm kind of excited to dabble a little bit into that. I have other books that I'm going to be recommending throughout the fall season, separate videos from this. I wanted this to be somewhat of an all-inclusive fall guide, so we won't be dabbling into every last book that I'll be getting into, but there's October, there's November, there's part of December still, but I feel like December is a little bit more so for winter, so we'll wait till then. So yeah, those are some of the fall books that I really would like to get into. Next, I want to talk to you guys about some of the hobbies, crafts, and decors that we will be getting into for the season. Naturally, puzzles are a huge thing. You don't even want to see how many puzzles I've had over the last few years that I haven't even gotten to. So sorry, people in my household. First and foremost, puzzles are quintessentially perfect throughout the entire year, but especially for the fall season. You can put on one of those gorgeous ambiances that they have on YouTube. I'll link some of my favorite ones below. I have literally a whole list that says fave ambiances. It's a whole playlist. But yeah, you can find a nice fall scene, whether it be by a lake, a fireside, in a cozy cabin, at a cozy cafe. It could be Central Park. There are so many different cozy ambiances that you can put on. I love that so much. Now, if you don't want to do puzzles, maybe you might find them a little tedious. That's understandable. There are diamond art kits that they do sell online where certain scenes are just fully fall. It's like a whole barn with like leaves and pumpkins and horses and just the whole fall atmosphere in some of them, and they're so beautiful. I've never actually used a diamond art kit, a diamond painting kit, but I'm really excited to try one of them as well. If you have a certain special knack or talent for this, anything that has to do with fabric or cloth, you can do cross stitch, embroidery, knitting, crocheting. I think that it would be so cute if you crocheted a fall inspired book sleeve. I would love to get into that. If I do have the time, I think I might dabble at that. Maybe go to Michael's and pick out some really beautiful hues of fall, some fall hues, and stitch a book sleeve that would be perfect for the fall season. It's just so warm, handcrafted, and just such a cozy activity that you can do while you're watching something on the telly. So that's something else that you might want to consider. Painting taper candles. I've seen this trend for the last couple of years. If you wanted to, you can get some basic white taper candles or colored ones if you want. Like there's the gorgeous wine, a nice autumnal orange, yellow, whatever color. You can kind of make it your own depending on the style that you have in your home. But yeah, get a tapered candle and either melt wax from little tea lights and paint them. Paint little fall motifs, whether it be like pumpkins or ghosts or fall leaves or whatever you can imagine, and be creative, of course. Or you can simply paint on the taper candle with acrylic paint. But you do have to check, certain paints are not okay to burn. They are toxic, so make sure you do your research on that before you even do such a thing, okay? I've been wanting so badly to paint some taper candles because I think that's just such a clean and unbothered activity. It doesn't take too much, I would think, but who knows? Maybe not. Like sometimes it's like that would be your bad trait or something, thinking that you can do things that other people do very easily. It's like, yeah, I can do that. Like thinking that you could swim faster than Michael Phelps. It's like, yeah, he's just, you know what I mean? It's like that horrible trait of mine, thinking that I can do parkour. Like, no, you can't do that. Like, you wish. Okay, this is something I haven't done as well, but making a fall garland or a fall wreath, getting your hands dirty and, sticking into your maybe grapevine wreath, I think that's what they call them, faux florals or dried florals, that's another beautiful thing that people like to dabble in. I know that sometimes people like to change up their fall wreath to have it a little bit different every single year. Maybe one year it might be more red and whimsical, another it might be more structured and trendy. So depending on your style, of course, you can create your very own fall wreath or your own fall garland. And I think that would be such a fun activity. I was looking at one on Pinterest here, not a fall garland or wreath, but there was a cloche, a bell jar, or a glass dome, the thing that you use to preserve things or you use to display Beautiful, beautiful things, beautiful decor. But yeah, I saw that somebody created a sweet little ghost moment with, I think it was like cheesecloth, and they had the little eyes for the ghost, and they put in twinkle lights, and once you place the glass dome over your creation, it just gives it such a beautiful, beautiful atmospheric look. It's just so spooky and so sweet, but not being too in your face, because I'm not one to really have like overtly like dark Halloweeny things in my home. Like, I like to do it very subtly, no skeletons, no, you know, too much stuff. It's like, we like the fall feeling most of all. Like anything that kind of reminds you of nature, pumpkins, leaves, you know, apples, like things like that. I was gonna say Spider-Man. What? Yeah, Spider-Man's fall probably is. Acorns and pine cones, things of that sort. I was thinking spice. Making a quilt out of old t-shirts and sweaters. I know things can get dingy kind of fast, so if you feel that you are attached to certain pieces of clothing, you can make a nice fall quilt. Doing different things every year is super important to kind of keep the novelty in fall. There's plenty of activities and lots of things that you can, you know, dabble in with your hands and get super creative with, so that way it can be such a beautiful season every single year, especially if you're doing things by hand. Maybe if you live in an apartment, and if you're allowed to do so, get permission first, of course, because every place has different rules. You could plant a beautiful fall window box with a nice scenery. Add your fairy garden to it too. That would be so, so cute. Like little statues of gnome homes, things like that, mushrooms, fairies. I know Michael's has a lot of the little miniature things that you can do to create like a nice like fall situation there. So maybe a window box, depending on if you have a east or west facing room. That's an idea. And finally, I think one of the simplest and pretty cheap and inexpensive things that you can do, I've seen people thrift beautiful paintings from the thrift store, whether it be a landscape piece or even a portrait, whatever floats your fancy. I think that's what people say. So yeah, people thrift those items and they paint a little fall ghost on there. It's so unobtrusive, it's so unbothered, it's so delicate, and it just is such a little whimsical touch. I love that idea. So that's something else that can be done to give your artwork a little bit more of an edge of fall or spooky, if you're looking for that as well. Probably everyone's favorite category, movies and TV shows. I'm just gonna rattle off some of these movies for you. Some of them I feel like not many people talk about, guys. So there's Autumn in New York, November Man. Of course, I've never seen When Harry Met Sally, but that's one, of course, everybody, like if you've ever seen just the poster, it's literally fall on the poster. Almost anything with Robin Williams, Dead Poets Society, Good Will Hunting, Jack, there's so much. Mrs. Doubtfire, all of that is just, it has just a cozy, warm feeling to it. One of my absolute favorite cartoons is The Iron Giant. I'm hoping that I can plan a nice, cozy fall day, watching The Iron Giant, building a fort, having a campfire breakfast. I just got this term from my sister so recently. So recently we got like Eggos, waffles. I put some marshmallows on it, microwaved it, and then I put Nutella on top of it. And she's like, oh my gosh, this is campfire breakfast. I was like, girl, you right. This is delicious, and it is called campfire breakfast from here on out. So you add your little eggs next to it, a cup of OJ if you're into that, or a cup of coffee, and call it a day. So yeah, The Iron Giant would be such a great fall movie. That movie is just so incredible. Great voice actors, great plot, just the story is amazing, and it's gripping, it's emotional. I love it. Vampire Academy is also super fun for an unbothered, silly romance about these kids who are attending this academy, and you go look it up. It's kind of fun. It's pretty fun. Twilight, obviously.
As if you could outrun me!
Give me a break. The Breakfast Club is kind of fall because it feels like you're going back to school, that kind of vibe. Fantastic Mr. Fox.
What do you mean? That's my trademark.
Another video idea that I have, hopefully in the future we can do it during November. So Fantastic Mr. Fox is beautiful. I love that. Mystic Pizza with Julia Roberts. St. Elmo's Fire, one of my all-time favorites. The Never-Ending Story, that was given to me by my sister. Corpse Bride, Coraline. There's a series on Hallmark, a movie series specifically. It's called The Good Witch. Check it out. Another series, movie series, on Hallmark. It's called Aurora Tea Garden. It's like a murder mystery kind of thing, but it's so like non-violent. It's so calming. It's so chill. It's perfect. Remember the Titans and We Are Marshall. If you're into the football vibe, yeah, those are great. I don't particularly like watching football on television, but I don't mind it in my movies. And speaking of football, a great football TV show is Friday Night Lights. This is what it is. September is football season. It's like, I don't know, Notre Dame. Like I know where that is, like what school that is for, but I know it's a football team and I know it's, you know, the thing. Babe, Stranger Things. Guys, is it worth it or not? Stranger Things, I've been wanting so badly to watch it because it has like, you know, Steven Spielberg. So I love that. I love that so much. So, you know, that feeling of Steven Spielberg, like 80s, you know, like just nostalgic. Love. Oh, that's it. Next year we'll have more movies. But yeah, that's it for the fall movies and TV shows. Sorry if the camera position changed. I had to switch the battery pack. You would think, you know, it's like 2024. They would figure out how to make something last for a couple hours. Like, come on. I guess it wasn't done. Yeah, so as I said, for TV shows, some of my absolute favorites are Friday Night Lights, as I mentioned, Virgin River, The X-Files, total fall vibes, guys. Netflix's Hill House, The Haunting of Hill House? I don't know. It's so good. The Haunting of Bly Manor. I might be saying these titles wrong, but so good. I've been wanting to watch Midnight Mass. That's another one from that director, that creator, so it's all in the same vein.
Would you like some lemonade?
Thank you, sweetie. What's wrong with you? Mermaid.
Vervain. I don't know why I said it like that. But Vampire Diaries would be another one, I think, for sure. Z's. Okay. They're true crime documentaries, guys. I watched Sherry Papini's The Perfect Wife on Hulu. So good. Charmed, the 1998 TV show. That's another cozy one. I specifically love the first 3 seasons because it has a more gothic, dusty, ancient kind of feeling. It was more, I feel, quite authentic compared to the last few seasons. It became a little bit of a comedy show, a little hokey sometimes, but still so enjoyable. It's like in my top 5 TV shows of all time, Charmed. It's because that's what I knew when I came to this country. So sorry, not sorry, but it is kind of like part of me. I love Charmed so much. Twin Peaks, beautiful show. I've seen a couple episodes and totally atmospheric. Psych. I literally cry about how much I love Psych. I love the fall season so much because not only do the leaves change and we are experiencing all of the bounty of harvest, the smells, the aromatics, you know, but it's because of my family. I love my family so much. They make fall amazing, just like Christmas, you know? So it's the people that you surround yourself with. When you get to cozy on up on a couch and put on your little blanket, you have the AC going or not because it is fall, and you just get to pop on a movie, enjoy some cozy drinks and food, and just chill for a minute, you know? That's the best. Relaxing in front of the TV with my family, doing fall activities with my family, doing those kind of things. That's the best. So this year, I'm really going to be intentional about like doing all the things, at least a couple puzzles. We all are super busy during this time of year. I know kids are going back to school. Adults are going back to school as well, depending on, you know, if you're doing continuing education or college or university or whatever it might be. But yeah, it is a very busy season. Yeah, it's quite chaotic. The fall season is a lot. You know, there are fall festivals, there's fall stuff for school, etc. So it's the holiday season, right? So it's busy. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Monk, Aurora Tea Garden, as I said, and there's one called Hannah Swenson. She's like a baker and she solves mysteries when she's not supposed to because her role is really to be a baker, but she doesn't particularly do that. Next category in food and beverage, as I was saying. So you guys know Ratatouille is a perfect fall movie as well. I think that making something from the movie, there's so many different scenes, so much delicious food from the movie. Make it a whole night. Watch Ratatouille and bake something from the movie directly. There's another one that I kind of feel like is in the same vein as Ratatouille. Julie and Julia, or Julia and Julie. And it stars Meryl Streep and Amy Adams specifically. Oh, and Stanley Tucci, foodie guy too. Do the same thing. Watch that movie, cozy on up, have a whole affair, a whole event about it, and make something from the movie or make something from Julia Child's book. So fun. There's a pot pie chicken recipe that I saw from another YouTuber. She basically combined, I can't say this word, my sister would say it right now, or my mom, or whoever, but it's carrots, celery, and onions. She cooked that up, threw in some chicken, threw in some stock, some flour for the roux, and made it like into somewhat of a dumpling heavy kind of soup, and she threw it in a cast iron. And then on top, she put some beautiful hash browns and she made it into this cozy, delectable looking meal. So I would love to try somewhat of a pot pie in a different way because it won't have any crust or anything like that. So there's this apple cider donut cake with caramel topping. That's another beautiful dessert that can be tried for the fall season. Another reason I love fall so much, not only because of all the food and the scents and all that, so many of my family's birthdays are during this season. My mom's, my sister's, mine. It's on October 14th. And I was gonna say my brother's too, but no, he actually falls in the winter. He's like right before the new year. But yeah, my dad. Yeah, so many of my family's birthdays and friends' birthdays are around this time of the year. So I love it to pieces. Make yourself a fall trail mix while you're watching one of your cozy movies. Virgin cocktails, aka mocktails. That's another wonderful idea. I saw ghoul like pizza. So it's like people just make pizza but have a little bit of a twist by putting the crust as like ghosts and things like that. So fun. There's this brown butter pumpkin oatmeal cookies. Yeah, they look so scrumptious. Pumpkin brownies. And of course, I'm talking about all the unhealthy things. If you are not into that, which you shouldn't be the entire time, we don't want you to look crazy around Christmas or the new year. We want you to make it to the new year, right? You can always do some type of a harvest salad, you know? Just call it that, is a harvest salad. Find anything that's in season. Squash, pumpkins, cranberries, toy box tomatoes, like find anything that might be in season. A beautifully colored corn and make a salad out of it, you know? You don't have to have all the unhealthy things. There are a bunch of beautiful salads that you can make that represent the fall colors. I make this fall pasta as well, guys. I call it a fall pasta, but it's not really. We just call it a fall pasta. It has like all of these different colored tomatoes, yellow, red, and orange, and I just bake it with feta, mix it with angel hair. Sometimes you can add meat if you want it to be vegetarian, you can, and it's just so good. Oh, it's delicious. So you can do like a creamy roasted garlic butternut squash pasta. There's a chicken gnocchi soup that I've been doing for years. I got it as a copycat from like the Olive Garden. It's so delicious. So good. Oh yeah, after you're full, when you're full of those things, right? When you're done eating all of that stuff, all of that delicious food, you gotta have yourself a dance party to burn all those calories. So I'm gonna try my very best to link an ever evolving fall playlist. Hopefully it'll be something that I can make off of YouTube, because you know, if you're watching this on YouTube, then obviously you have access to YouTube. I know a lot of people link their Spotify playlist, but maybe Spotify might come next year. They're giving a deal because, oh my gosh, guys, they have some audiobooks now that they're putting on Spotify, so I feel like it's even more worth it, you know? I am gonna link my fall playlist. I'm gonna give you guys some of the artists that will definitely show up on there, and I promise you, it is the most beautiful fall playlist that ever falled, that ever played. But yeah, I love music to pieces. I used to hate it as a child. I really mean that. I grew out of that phase. Some fall music. Let me just give you this one song. If this song is not fall, if you don't like music like this, I'm not saying that this is the only thing that's going to be on the list, but if you don't like a song like this, then I can't help you. I can't help you. The Red House Painters, Katie's song. This guy's voice, haunting, beautiful, atmospheric, ambient. I said beautiful already. Dreamy, painful, just longing. I just love it. It is just such, it is so gorgeous. His song, Katie's song, it is so beautiful. Go check it out, Red House Painters. My family's probably like, what song is that? And I'm not gonna be like singing unless I put a little bit of an Alvin and the Chipmunks voiceover kind of thing to modulate my voice. You think I'm singing on YouTube for anyone? No, mortifying. Heck no. Anyway, if you don't like that song, then I guess you may not like my playlist. Sorry. sorry. Leonard Cohen is a great fall voice. Judy Collins, Jody Mitchell, Linda Perhacs, they all fall under the same kind of feeling. Imogen Heap, Frou Frou, Cigarettes After Kaz, I like to call him. Stevie Nicks, of course. Wild Nothing, they are so beautiful. Sam Phillips, that's the one that does all the Gilmore Girls music that everybody friggin' loves. Tears for Fears, Morrissey. Oh my gosh, there's so many. I have a ton of songs from everybody. Everyone. Okay, so I think you really will enjoy the list. It might be some stuff that you've never heard of, but yeah. So music, go have yourself a dance party after having all that food, okay? And last but not least, some fall activities, some hobbies, that kind of thing. It does kind of fall into fall. It does kind of fall into the same area as like, you know, crafts and projects like that. So like those are the same kind of thing. I guess I should have just all merged them, but I didn't. I'm just gonna rattle them off to you so this video won't be far too long. So there's wine tasting, maple syrup tasting. I forgot which TV show did something like that, maple syrup tasting. It was like, ugh, gross.
It's sweeter than the first two, but it's a natural sweetness with a hint of orange. Very unusual and very good. Let's move on to number 4, shall we? The number 4 is another little surprise.
Ugh, it gives my skin that weird tingly feel like something's bubbling underneath it.
It makes the root of my tongue feel like it's retracting back into my throat.
Why don't they pour it on something? A waffle, a pancake?
So let's go ahead and taste number 4, shall we? Then we'll talk.
Ew.
Ew, drinking straight syrup.
We don't have to watch this.
It's hard not to.
A bit of a tobacco taste to it, and a bit of marshmallow.
Oh, good. Now I can't smoke a cigar or eat a marshmallow again.
How does one discover a talent for this?
Remember, for anyone who wants one, we have spit buckets.
That's it.
See ya.
You are gonna be cooped up a lot at home, so take a moment to declutter and do somewhat of a fall cleaning. Put on some of that gorgeous music and get to getting rid of anything old and dingy that just does not suit the season anymore or your lifestyle. So decluttering is a huge one. I went to a Candlelit concert last year. It was so fun. I'm gonna give you guys some of the music that they had at the concert. Amazing. It was like a quartet, cello, violin. So we have 2 violinists, a violist, a cellist, and a double bass. Sometimes is almost never used, they say. So yeah, that's a quartet, a string quartet. It was so beautiful, especially for this Psycho song that they played. Oh my gosh. Let me give you guys some of the rundown that they did. It was so beautiful. For Halloween, that is such a great activity that you can participate in. So they had Thriller by Michael Jackson, and it wasn't hokey and silly. It was so much fun because again, those are such beautiful instruments. The Funeral March of a Marionette, a string quartet number 8 in C minor, the Tubular Bells, basically the theme from The Exorcist. They had Stranger Things, Beetlejuice theme. I did that with such confidence, like Beetlejuice. That's embarrassing. Like, are you good? Are you your age? How? Oh, that's embarrassing. It's just because Beetlejuice is coming out, and also the next one is what I was thinking of saying. I'm gonna leave this part in here because I like to embarrass myself sometimes. But the Addams Family. And Jenna Ortega is in Beetlejuice, and she's also Wednesday, so that's why I got it confused. Please do not kill me. Okay, they had the Halloween theme by John Carpenter. I think that you guys know how that one goes. I'm not gonna sing everything. Psycho, Ghostbusters, some Dance Macabre by Camille Saint-Saëns, Night on Bald Mountain by Modest Mussorgsky. A bunch of beautiful music. This is Halloween from The Nightmare Before Christmas, Danny Elfman, the Rocky Horror Picture Show. You know, they have the Time Warp song. I'm dancing already. Such beautiful music. Oh my gosh. But anyway, back to more activities that you guys are able to do. I think this is another thing. If you are feeling so cooped up, go outside and enjoy some fresh air, like a drive-in movie. Find something that they are showing in your local theater and get you a beautiful plaid blanket, some cozy warm drinks in a nice kind of campfire thermos. Keep it very simple, and please do not bring any alcohol if you're gonna be driving. Hello, this doesn't need to be said. But yeah, bring some cozy treats and make it your trail mix, your fall trail mix, and make it a day. And make it such a cozy evening with a drive-in movie. I'm sure they'll play some oldies for you guys. I think not too many people like experience drive-ins, and those are so much fun. Build a fort, visit a farmer's market. I know that I need to stock back up on my raw milk, so I have to go back to the farmer's market, and that'll be a perfect opportunity to visit a pumpkin pumpkin patch, do apple pickings. I don't know if strawberries are supposed to be a fall thing. You know, that's more like a summer fruit, ain't it? But yeah, do your little hay rides and farmer's market as well. Make a beautiful floral arrangement. Do a road trip, take the scenic route and listen to your fall playlist as you're going through a nice autumn drive. Have the windows down or up, whatever you feel like. Go to a bonfire, go to a prayer group, you know, join up with your community, your neighbors, see if anybody wants to do anything together. Like, try to just bond with people, because this is a time of like community. The nights are going to be getting darker and the, you know, evening comes a little bit quicker. People are like gonna start making those funny reels of like stepping outside of work and it'll be 4 o'clock and boom, the sun is gone, which I love. It feels like people calm the heck down during the fall season. That's just my opinion. Go for a nice little walk or a trail, a hike, do a park cleanup with friends, you know, care about your environment. Do something like that. That'd be so fun. A fall fair, a festival, carnival. There's like Renfest as well, those kind of medieval things. Stargazing, if you're in the right place, there's a possibility of like moon gazing, stargazing, you know? Volunteer at a church or a soup kitchen or even your local fire department. I'm sure they could use the help. See if any local hospitals might need help with anything. Become the fairy and angel that you want to be, y'all, okay? Yeah, this is a time of giving and, you know, perspective, so definitely use your hands and feet to expel goodness and to really make a difference in your own community while still enjoying the fall season. Go for a bike ride or roller skating. I can't roller skate, I will crack my skull. And help rake a neighbor's leaves. If you guys have any like elderly folk in your little cul-de-sac or whatever in your neighborhood, do so. Just get together with people and definitely try to put yourself out there. Say hello, be kind, be generous with your time and with your energy as well. So that is my comprehensive fall guide to a lovely and cozy autumn. There are things for yourself that you can take, self-care and doing things for you, which is so important. And then there are things that you can do for others and your community. So I really hope that you enjoyed your ultimate fall guide to having a cozy and magical season. Curl up with a good book, a cup of cider, explore the outdoors. Everything is about slowing down and embracing the warmth and savoring the season. I hope you guys found something in this video that inspires you to make this the most beautiful time of the year. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything that I missed and what your favorite fall activity is. And don't forget to like, comment, and hit that subscribe button so that way you guys don't miss any more cozy fall content. I'm hoping I could keep this up. But thank you so much again for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video, which is probably going to be my wrap up for August. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Or maybe 7 books in 7 days. Or The Count of Monte Cristo. I don't know. But anyway, see you guys next time. Bye.
Just chill.